Okay. Now could you bring that document? Click yes here. Actually, you will have to click here. That's fine. Let me put it again. Now could you bring the document back here? Okay. Now did you understand what we are trying to achieve here? So what we are trying to achieve here, we have three tables. Okay. Out of the three tables, in the first table we have students info. Students info means student has ID, student name, student address. In the second table we had, for those students, we have their grade and we have their GPA. In the third table we have, for those students, we have their corresponding teacher name and teacher code. So first of all we will have to create these tables, and after creating these tables we will have to execute the queries. If you scroll down, we have three or four queries. You will have to execute these queries. Now, did you read these queries? Were you able to, do you think you will? Okay, that's fine. Now if you show me what is the issue that you are having. So what it is saying, too many values. Okay, now see what you are trying to input in it. You are trying to insert into students results info, stud ID, stud grade, stud GPA, and then you are trying to input a value for stud ID, and then you are inputting the grade, and you are inputting the value. Now I can see that 3.25 you have put a comma, 3.25. Okay, now could you show me the description of the table? Okay, I can see that you have stud ID, you have described it as a number, and then student teacher, student grade, you have virtual 2, and student GPA you have number 1, 2. Let me tell you something here. Number 1, 2, that means that the first number that you are inputting is the total number, how many number you want to input, and the second number that you are putting, out of the total number, how many will be after the decimal point. So you are saying that you want to input one number for the GPA, and then you are saying after, out of that one, you want 2 after the decimal point. So do you understand where the problem is? Yes, 3, 2. Now could you alter the structure of this table, please? Yeah, so could you I want you to do it. Let me add Rumi in this call. So what you do in the meantime, you alter the table, alter the architecture of this table. So how are you finding so far the QA course, Hassan? So is it like the one thing that I'm focusing, is it interesting to you? I mean, is it, are you enjoying it or you are getting it? Okay. Okay, all right. So as long as you are getting fun, you are enjoying it, that give us inspiration, like you are learning. If you are not enjoying it, that will make me, yeah, yeah. And if you are enjoying, to be honest, you will be able to make it. So alter command, remember yesterday we have discussed alter command. Now in alter command, how do you alter? Alter, and then with update statement, what do you do? Update. When you update, why do you use update? So you said you use update for data already have to do what with the data? If you have, go ahead. So update we do with the data. In alter we change the structure of the table. Now when you are altering, then you have, like, why do you do alter? You need to, like, if you need to add a column, or if you need to drop a column, or if you need to change the structure of a column, right? So here when you alter, when you are adding new data, new column to the table, then you use alter table, whatever the name of the table is, and add whatever field you want to add. But when you are changing a particular column, then you use alter table, put the name of the table, and then modify. Okay, modify, give the column name and give the column structure. Could you do that? Modify. Okay, okay. So what is it saying now? Your So if you want to change the GFA, execute the same statement. Now so here, if you want to change the name of the column, then it will be a different thing here. Now I would suggest you delete this column and then add this column back. You alter table and write the column name, draw column name. Alter table, give the table name. Now could you look at the description of the table? Okay, now you add back another column. No, not insert. Again, you are updating the table structure, right? Go ahead. Kaisar, here it is not update. It will be again you are modifying the table structure, right? So you are altering, yeah, exactly. You want to add. When you are adding column, you are adding it by putting the word add. Okay, so here stood GPA 3, 2, this comma you need here. Okay, now you try to input, you go to description and you try to input data. Okay, now we try to input. Now could you bring the values? Okay, Insert all the values sequentially. Finish inserting the values. With correct student ID and everything. It is third. Okay. It looks like 3ND. Alright, so I can see that you have input your data. Now the other table, if you take a look at the other table, if you go down the last table, can you show me the data from the first table? Okay, now could you create the last table? The last table is already done. Could you bring the data from the last table? Okay, now can you read the second query? Yeah, take a look. Stud name is from which table? And then stud grade is from second table, and the teacher name is from the third table. Now, so what was your homework? Could you show me show me the notepad where you're supposed to finish some homework? Were you able to finish those homework? Like we have that day we have finished one of the SQL TXT. There were two more SQL TXT left. On those you're supposed to finish them, right? Like in the last class we discussed that um, you will be finishing a couple of more text file that Maxwell by sent you. Were you able to finish it? This SQL3, SQL2. You couldn't do it because of what was the problem? So this one is saying that, can you see the friend name? So if you open this document not in Microsoft Word, you open it in Notepad. Can you open it in Notepad instead of you opening it in WordPad? Yeah, Notepad. If you drag and drop, it will work. Right, so what we need to do, we need to finish this homework. I will left it like before, like our next session will be on Wednesday. I will be checking your work on this, but before that, let us finish the work that I sent you, and this too will still be your homework. Let's go back to the table, the work that we are doing right now. So the work, you got your homework, right? Okay. Now if you take a look here, in the query we are looking for one data from first table, another data from the second table, and another data from the third table. Now what are the relations? What is the relation between these tables? Right, so all the data related to the student ID. In the first table we have the student information itself. In the second table we have the student's grade and GPA, and in the third table we have their teacher info. Now these information are related to students, and they are related by their student ID, right? We know that the first table is like for the ID of student 1001, 1002, and second table is information is for the same student. For 1001 we have some data in first table, and we have some other data in the second table, and some other data in the third table, right? So the way it will work, you will be given the way it will work. So you will write a query, select, go there, write select, okay, what are the fields that we are looking for? Stud name. Now stud name from which table? Student info. So you write student info dot stud name correct it dot what is the field that we are looking for? Put the student, put comma. Same way. Okay, now when you are writing this query, so in select statement you have from. Can you remove that semicolon and write from which table we are, this information we are looking from 3 tables. Could you write the name of these tables? Comma. Now if you put semicolon and press enter, now can you see it is the way it is giving the information. If you scroll up, you are not looking the information in that way, right? No, you are looking the information in a single table with their corresponding data. Now if you go back to your query, so when you are displaying this data, is it better you also include their student ID? Yeah, so the first column you want to put student ID, so you add one more column in the beginning, that will be student ID. Yeah. Execute it, you will see an error. Now can you see column ambiguously defined? That means stud ID, we have stud ID in every table, right? But from which table you want the stud ID? you mention it from the first table. Yeah, so you need to put, when you are writing stud id, before stud id what you need to mention. So stud id from which table? Just student info dot remove the space. Now if you press enter, now we are getting it with the stud id, but can you see the way it is representing the data? We are not looking in that way. Now to bring the data in an organized way, you will have to put a relation. Now go back to the query, bring the query. Now you will have to put a where condition, and you will have to bring a relationship. Now what is the relationship? If you minimize this, now stud id, right, in the first table, what is the relation, what is the common field between this first table and second table? Student. Then you write that students info dot stud id equal to students result info dot stud id. So to make the relationship here, in where condition, you write students info dot stud id equal to students results info dot stud id. Now in students info dot stud id, it's fine, uppercase lowercase doesn't matter. Okay, now you have established a relation from first table and second table. Now you will have to establish another relation between first table and third table. Then you will have to put and, again the same way. Now equal to, so here students, now if you have to create a relationship between students, again in the first equal to, after where students info dot stud id equal to students results info dot stud id, and students info dot stud id equal to students teacher info dot stud id. You got it? Okay, now if you remove students teacher info, I have control, let me go there. See here what you are doing, student teacher info, let's remove this student teacher info. Let me put this condition, in the next line. Now here, okay, now students info dot stud id, so we have make a mistake. Let me execute it and it will show an error. That's fine. Let me come back here in the beginning. So this is my first line, students teacher info, then you come to the next line. So here where students info dot stud id equal to students result info dot stud id, and then students info dot studid equal to students teachers info dot stud id. We got number 3. Now can you see the way the data is represented here? Organized way, right? Now can you see that, like, in first table we have student ID up to 2005, in the second table we have student ID up to 2006, in the third table we have student ID up to 1007. So here we have data only for what? Common ones, not the uncommon ones, right? Right? Yeah, because the condition in the where condition we have given condition if students info dot studid equal to students result info dot studid. If it is not equal, it is not bringing it. Is it clear? Yeah. Now so the remaining queries you will be solving same way. The remaining queries that I have 4 queries, and after solving the remaining queries you will be going back to the SQL 2 and SQL 3. You will be solving it, and I will be checking your work on Wednesday. But in the meantime, Rumi is here. When you are solving these queries, I think Rumi will be in the call. Rumi will be, if you, I think, yeah, okay. So if you got stuck, knock him up, and otherwise I'll be checking your work on Wednesday. Okay, so to include all of these IDs we will have to learn join. There is another topics that you will be learning, SQL join, and you will be learning on the join part how you will be bringing all of the data from all of the tables. Yeah. Okay, so there is another separate topic that you will be learning, at the end of SQL. All right, so make sure you are knocking to Rumi if you have any question. Yeah, he will be online for a long time. You will be getting him in the morning too, but try to finish it. Okay. All right. Sure. Talk to you. Bye.